In this video, I'll be covering some more examples on Hungarian method to solve the assignment problem. And here this example that I've considered is about an unbalanced assignment problem. So why do I say this as unbalanced assignment problem? Let's see, because there are 4 tasks to be performed and there are only 3 men given to us in this problem. So this is an unbalanced problem. So the very first thing that we need to do is to make it balance, and this quantity which is given in the matrix is the actually the time that each man would take to perform a specific task, and we want to allocate one task to one man so as to minimize the total time. So the assignment is to minimize the total time. So now let's see how to make this problem as balanced first. To make this as balanced, we just need to add a dummy men or a dummy task, whichever is deficient. In this case, now we don't have equal number of men as we have. So in this case, we don't have equal number of men. So I'm going to add a dummy men. And because this is a dummy man, so this will take a quantity 0. So it requires 0 time to finish these jobs or these tasks. And the remaining quantity remains same. So 9, 26, 15, 13, 27, 6, 35, 20, 15, 18, 30, 20. Okay, so that's the matrix given to us. Now it is a balanced assignment problem. So now to solve this balanced assignment problem using Hungarian method, we must need to first apply the row minima step. So that is row minima. And we see here in each row there is a 0 quantity because it was unbalanced. So in each row we have a 0. So this means the row minima remains same matrix. This matrix is same, which is already given here. So this is same matrix. This is same. So after row minima we apply column minima step. So that's step number 2, which is column minima. Because it is same, so I am writing the column minima from the given matrix only. So what is the column minima? In the first column, the least quantity is 9. Subtract this 9. So this will become 0, 4, 26 and 9. In the next column, the least is 20. So we subtract the 20. This will give me 6, 7, 0 and we have a 10 here. In the third column, the least is 6. So we subtract 6. This will give me 9, 0, 9, 14. And in the fourth column the least is 0. So this 0 remains as it is. Now we do the this is the now reduced matrix. So we say this is reduced matrix. And in the reduced matrix we are going to do the allocation. So maybe we can do here only the allocation. So allocation in the reduced matrix. We look at the first row, there are no unique 0. Look at the second row, there are 2 zeros, so they are not unique. Look at the third row, there are 2 zeros, so it is not unique. And in the last row, there is a unique 0. If this is unique 0, all the previous are going to cut. Now start column wise. In the first column, there is a unique 0. In the second column, there is a unique 0, and in the third column also there is a unique 0. So this gives me the optimal solution. So optimal assignment. So optimal assignment is, this means task 1 is going to first person, task 2 is going to third person, task 3 is going to second, and task 4 is going to 4. So that's the dummy. This means that's the dummy. This means practically task 4 remains incomplete. So it remains incomplete. So or it may say, or task 4 is not assigned to anybody, is not assigned to given persons. So initially they were given persons were 1, 2 and 3. To given persons they are 1, 2, 3. But we could have solved this problem because we know which task has to be left incomplete. One of the tasks must have been left incomplete because the problem was 1 to 1. And what is the optimal value? So the optimal time, So the minimum time that required, and this is optimal time. So add the corresponding allocation in the cost schedule. And what is the corresponding allocation in the cost schedule? If we look at the original table, this is 9, and then we have 6, and then we got 20. So these were the 3 locations corresponding to the original one. So we simply add these one, and that makes this quantity as 35 hours. So this way we can solve the problem, and if the problem is unbalanced, we can convert this problem into balanced, and we can solve the, if in this reduced matrix we don't get the optimal assignment, then we know how to do the iteration. Draw the minimum number of lines covering zeros and repeat the iteration. So now let's solve one more problem. And on one side we have surplus city, on one side we have deficient cities where some material has to be transported. The given quantity here in the matrix is the distance. The given quantity is the distance. So we want to minimize the total distance. This is distance, and we want to minimize the total distance so that the material is transported through surplus city to deficient city in a distance, in a least distance. Okay. So this what we want to optimize as the assignment problem. And when I try to find the solution, so I am going to do the row minima and the column minima steps. So what is my reduced matrix? So in this question, my reduced matrix is going to come up. So I am directly writing the reduced matrix step, and this leaves the allocation as column wise. I am writing 26022. 24140, 0 0 0, all of them are 0, and then we got 4 10 1 4 0, and we have this quantity. Okay, now we want to start allocation in the reduced problem itself. Now look at the first row. First row have a unique 0? No, the first row do not have a unique 0. Move to the second row. Second row have a unique 0? Yes. So allocate in the second row. The moment you allocate in the second row, this means all other 0 in that column are going to cross off. In the third row, now it becomes a unique. In fourth row, now there is no allocation. And in the fifth row, there are 2 zeros. So we cannot allocate because it is not unique. Fifth row is complete. So start from column wise. In the first column, we have already allocated. In the second column, we allocate the 0. This means this row is zeros is crossed off. And in the fourth column also, now there is no allocation. And in the fifth column, this is the allocation. Once we have done this allocation row and column wise, we see that each row and each column do not have the assigned 0 or the zeros that I have now put them into rectangle or the squares. So now tick the row which do not have allocation. So this is the iterative step. Tick the row which do not have the allocation. First row have allocation, second have, third have, and the last have, but the fourth row do not have the allocation. In that row, tick the column which have 0, even which have crossed 0. So tick this which have crossed 0. So we tick this, and in that column, tick the row which have assigned 0. So assigned 0 is in the second row. And now we draw the line covering the column, marked column, and unmarked rows. Unmarked rows. So which is this? Okay. And let's make now the new table. So we have now the new reduced matrix. So this one is now new reduced matrix. And what is a new reduced matrix is? We select the least element from the remaining element that are not covered under the line, and we see here those are 6, 4, 10, 2. These are the elements which are not under the line, and in this one select the least. This least is 2, so we select that least 2 and subtract it from these, and we keep the element which are under the line as it is. So this is 2, 2, 4, 0. Let me do first line. All the elements which are under the line, they will remain as it is. We will add that least element 2. So least element now, least element not covered under lines is 2. So we add this 2 at the intersecting position. And what are the intersecting positions here? So this means this is 2, and then we have this as 2, and we have this as 2, and subtract it from these elements which are highlighted now with yellow. So when I subtract this, this will give me 4, 2, this is 0, this is under the line, so this has kept at 0, this is 8, and this is 0, and in this case this becomes 0, 2, 0, 2, 0. Now this is the matrix, and now we again do the allocation. If we allocate now from this step, what we'll have now, again do the allocation. The first row have now unique 0. Okay, so this means all other these are crossed off. Now second row have a unique 0, so this is unique 0, and we cross off any other 0 in that particular column. Third row now have unique 0, so this is crossed off, and fourth row now do not have any allocation again, and fifth row have 2 zeros. So this means that this is not unique. We start the column wise. So when we look at column wise, the first column is already allocated. The second column have now this 0, and this means the corresponding row zeros are going to cross off. Now again we do not have a allocation in fourth row, so we repeat this line iteration. Tick the row which do not have allocation, that is this. Now tick the column which have zeros, so the first have a 0, then third column have 0, and the last column have 0. In the first column assigned 0, so that means where we have put the square, so tick that row. In the third column, where is the assigned allocated 0, in which row? It is in the second row, so I'll stick that also. In the last column, assigned allocation is in the first row, which is this. Now we want to draw the lines. To draw the lines through the columns, so that is through the marked column, which is this, and unmarked row, which means unmarked row is this. Now these lines are the minimum number of lines that cover these zeros. All of these zeros are going to cover. We may always draw randomly also these lines, but sometime by drawing randomly there are some zeros which may not be going to come under the line. So we follow this rule, and that is the Hungarian method. And then we again write the reduced matrix. Now here the least element uncovered in this case. What is the least element in this case? The least element remaining not under the line is 1. So once we find that 1, reduce that element and keep all other elements which are under the line as it is. Add at an intersecting position. 2 is at the intersection position, so this now becomes 3. Here I am going to subtract. This is under the line, so this is 0. These are also under the line, so I keep them as it is. This 2 is at the intersecting position, so add this 1. This becomes 3. Now 4, 8, 1, 2, this is not under the line, so subtract 3, 7, 0, 1, and this 0 will remain as it is. These are under the line, remain as it is, but this one is at the intersecting position, so we add here 3. Okay, and now again allocate. Repeat the process of the allocation. First row have unique, fine, cross off other zeros. Now second row got a unique 0, cross off others in that column. In that third row there are 3 zeros, so it's not unique, move to the next row. This has now unique, crossed that column zeros. In the fourth we have now unique, and in the fifth row we got 2 zeros, and in the third row also we got 2 zeros. And if I now look at column wise, first column have allocation, second column have 2 zeros, third got allocation, and fourth column have 2 zeros. So this is a situation where I'm going to get an alternate solution. So this talks about alternate solution. So alternate means either I can allocate this one, or I could have allocated these two. So this gives me the same optimal solution. So we see that let's now take from here. So one possibility is, so I'll write it separately. One possibility is that I'm going to allocate 2 1 2 3 0. This one was allocated. So 4 1 0 7 0 0 0 2 0 2 0 1 0 1 0 3 0 3 0 3. So the one possibility in this case is either we choose these allocation, this one is the allocation, this one is the allocation, all of these are crossed, and we choose this one. So this is crossed, and here this is crossed, this is allocated, and this is crossed. Now each row and each column have 0. So that's the first possibility. And if I choose this red color, so what else other possibility is? Other possibility in this case is, so again let me to take this as 2 1 2 3 0 4 1 0 7 0 0 0 2 0 2 0 1 0 1 0 3 0 3 0 3. So in that same process, if I would have done, and in that case, so this was a situation, sorry, and we had this as crossed off. So this was a situation that we have 2 zeros remaining. So in that case, suppose now if I allocate this one and I cross, so this one will get allocated. So both of these are going to give me the same optimal solution. Now let's see how we do the assignment. In this case, A goes to E, B goes to C, C goes to small b, capital D goes to small a, and capital E goes to D. And in this case, what is Z? Z will be 399, and in this case Z will be 399 kilometer. And in this case, what is the allocation? A goes to E, and we have capital B goes to C, but capital C goes to D, and capital D goes to A, and capital E goes to, so E goes to B. So there is an alternative choice here between C and E, and here we have C and E. So in this case C goes to B, in this case C goes to D, in this case E goes to D, and here E goes to B. So this was the choice, and if you look at this is Z equal to 39 kilometers. So optimal values remain same in both case, and this is the case for alternate solution. This is the case for alternate solution. So this is how we find alternate solution in the assignment problem. So this example corresponds to alternate solution, and you can see in the question also where there is tie C goes to B and E goes to C goes to B. So this is 66 here, and D goes to, and we have written E goes to D, E goes to D, so that's 112. Okay, so this quantity 66 plus 112. So if I look here, 66 plus 112, so that makes it my 178. And if I look the other way around, if I take C goes to D and E goes to B, so if I look at C goes to D and E goes to B, in this case also 64 plus 114, so that quantity is also 178. So in both circumstances, the total distance, here it was distance, so the total distance is same. So that is why this alternate situation came up.